Once you're responsible for other people, your brain never really fully powers off. It keeps checking the system, making sure nothing critical is failing. Most fathers don't even notice this happening. They just assume this is what being an adult feels like. Responsibility creates background processes, not emotions, processes. You're tracking income, health, schedules, risk, and none of that feels intense. It just feels normal. But something running in the background all day still takes energy, even when nothing breaks, even when everything is technically fine. Your body may slow down, but your brain never really does. And no, it's not because you're anxious. It's because you're being accountable. Here's the part that often gets missed. Most fathers aren't trying to turn it off. They don't expect it to disappear. And honestly, it gives them pride because they're being a father and they're doing their duty. They are protecting and providing for their family. So it gives them self-worth. What changes things isn't someone helping with that responsibility. They don't want the help. They take pride in doing it themselves. It's being around people who recognize it. When you surround yourself with men who experience the same mental load, something subtle happens. The weight doesn't ever really go away. It just feels normal. And normalcy has a calming effect. It tells your system, this isn't a problem, this is part of the role. And that recognition alone creates relief. The majority of men today aren't thanked on a regular basis, and I'm not saying that they should be. You shouldn't be thanked every day for doing your job and doing your duty and being a father. It's a thankless job. The real thanks is whenever the kids grow up and become contributing members to society and you get to see them be and become more than what you are. That is what we want as a thank you as dads. So we're not looking for a lot of gratitude. We're not looking for a lot of thanks. What we're looking for is just a little bit of relief, a little bit of re-energizing from these systems that are constantly running all day, every day, and even when we're sleeping. Those systems are still running. The dreams that come for the fears that we face as fathers, of something bad happening to our children or to the loved ones, how we would react or interact for each horrible scenario, right? Our brain is constantly on defense. The relief comes from just recognition, from surrounding ourselves with brothers who are also fathers with the same ambition, the same drive, the same pride of holding this responsibility and taking this role as serious as we all do. When you surround yourself with that camaraderie of brotherhood who have the same experience and the same role and the same weight, that normalcy creates relief, and that relief creates a re-energizing feeling. So you come back stronger, ready to attack the day, ready to be the father that you need to be, the husband you need to be, the leader or the employee that we need to be at work and at home. Because as fathers, we only live in two environments today, and that's home and work. And both those environments take, and they're supposed to take. I'm not saying that in a negative way, but home takes. You have responsibilities at home. You need to protect and provide and make sure everybody is healthy, make sure everybody has what they need, and handle dinner and laundry and homework and extracurriculars. Right? And then we wake up, we're at home, then we go to work. And at work, it takes. You have to be productive. You have to create results. If you're a leader, you have to lead a team. So everywhere that we live as fathers takes from us, as it should. There's not a problem with that taking. The problem is what are you doing? How are you surrounding yourself in an environment that is providing more so that when home and work takes, there's something to take? A lot of you are running on fumes. You're running on empty. Home is still taking. Work is still taking. But you're not doing anything to re-energize and revitalize and give yourself more so that home and work can continue to take without it having a negative impact on your mental health, on your physical health, on your human life. When you surround yourself with men that have the same ambition and drive as you, something happens. And it's subtle. You don't notice it in the moment. You don't notice it while you're sitting at the cigar lounge having a cigar with 5 to 10 other dads who all are experiencing different things, and everybody's just venting and joking and having a great time. It doesn't have to get deep. It doesn't have to be about emotions or feelings. It's just brotherhood. It's just camaraderie. It's just an opportunity to be surrounded by other good men who are fighting the same fight that we fight every day. And that subtle feeling is something that you recognize when you get home. All of a sudden, when you walk in that door at home, whoever's crying, whoever's fighting, all of a sudden you feel this more energy to handle that situation. When you get to work the next day, all of a sudden you're more productive than you were before. And you don't notice it until you look back and realize what's the one thing that changed in your life that created the better results, that created more energy to handle the issues at home, that created more energy to be more productive at work. What created that was the fact that you had more energy to give. You had more for work and home to take from. And doing it once isn't enough. Surrounding yourself with men as often as possible to re-energize you is going to create more for home and work to take from. And I get it. You're busy as a father. I know. I have 6 kids. I know what busy means. But if you don't want your spare time to be spent away from your kids, guys, we have 25 chapters across the United States of dad tribes in cities and states across the country where local men hang out together. We have a leader in every chapter that creates events, hosts events, plans it all. It doesn't cost you anything. We don't charge entry fees or anything like that. We built the dad tribes to be this, to give you a channel to re-energize and revitalize so that home and work can continue to take without it impacting your mental and physical health. We are adding more to your bank. We are depositing into your bank for home and work to withdraw from. And right now, nothing is being deposited, but everything's being taken. You are being sucked dry at home and work. Come join your local dad tribe, hang out with men, and get some deposits into that bank account so that home and work can continue to withdraw. And every time you run low again, come out to an event again. Hang out with other dads again. Get that deposit. And you're going to see a huge change on your life. Brotherhood is more important than what we all realize until we have it again, and you start to realize how much you missed it and how much you needed it.